idea of the Broncos going to the Super Bowl. Yesterday, Will wrote about it, and I'm like, come on, Will. Can't go there. That's silly talk. Well, Bo Nix yesterday asked about what's ahead of the Broncos these next 3 games, and Mark, here's what he had to say.
Yeah, we got 3 games to win 3 and go into the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. Thank you.
Whoa.
Drop the mic.
That was a mic drop.
Yeah. So apparently it's okay to talk about the Broncos in the Super Bowl?
Why not?
Why not, right? I guess it's okay.
Why not? Bo Nix just talked about it,
Sure.
so we can talk about it.
I think to each their own, right? A little bit when it comes to those things. Some people like to talk about it and put it out there and put it into existence. Other people just want to just kind of go day by day and week by week. To each their own, right?
Hey, if they're in the playoffs, why not talk about what it would take and what the best path would be and opponents and all that?
Aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself, though? If you're in the playoffs, don't you need to worry about playing Pittsburgh or whoever you're playing to? Like, why are we thinking about the Super Bowl? That's kind of my mindset. Right now, you want to say whatever you want to say because it's so far away.
Right.
But once you get in the playoffs, man, I just like, hey, let's lock in on Pittsburgh this week. I don't want to be thinking about, where's the New Orleans? No, because then that's taken away from this week and getting ready to play.
But that's what we do. We talk about all that stuff. He's just saying, hey, let's go win a Super Bowl. Let's do this.
But I thought you were just talking. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. See where the chips fall. Like you just said, to each their own. There's got to be like a Cajun term for to each their own.
Oh, maybe
right?
We'll see on Friday. Are you around Friday to help do this show or not? We just never know.
Not really. No,
nope.
As the let me just tell you, as the official voice of the
NFC South.
NFC South.
Yes.
I'll be in Carolina on Friday.
You're home. Do you have an apartment there yet, Mark?
Yeah, I do. I know. I just stay at one of those Airbnbs. When I'm in Carolina.
Dave Tepper put you up. Hey, Mark. Yeah. Welcome back. We got your suite ready for you, just the way you like it. But as far as I don't put a whole lot of stock in what Bo said because I think you hear about every sport, athletes, coaches, they talk about, hey, let's go. The goal is to win the NBA championship this year. And, we're all kind of rolling our eyes. Like, you don't have a chance to win the NBA championship this year. Remember when the Broncos, 5-6 years after they won their Super Bowl, John Elway would still come out every year and go, hey, we're Super Bowl or bust. I'm like, John, you went 7-9 last year, okay? You're not Super Bowl or bust. You guys are rebuilding. So I don't really put a whole lot of stock in it. It's not like I take Bo Nix's comments like I would take if somebody from the Nuggets or the Avalanche made that kind of comment, because we have a certain standard or expectation with those teams. They're in championship or bust windows. Nobody realistically puts the Broncos in there. So, hey, say it. There's nothing wrong with talking about it, I guess, but I don't take it too seriously.
Mike, are you tainted by the fact that Russ came in here with the 4 Super Bowl talk, and now you're just like, I don't want to talk about it? Like, what do you have more faith in? Because you got giddy when Russ was talking about 4 Super Bowls, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
You fell for that?
Well, yeah, I fell for it. I fell for it because when that trade was made, we were having conversations and they were legitimate conversations that I think were worth having. How many Super Bowl? Can you believe we actually had this conversation? We did, folks. Go back, look it up. It actually happened. We had, in the aftermath of the Russ trade, we were all so giddy. We were literally having serious conversations of how many Super Bowls do they have to win with Russ to justify this trade?
I'm telling you.
Can you believe it? It was not a drill.
It was not a drill.
Oh.
It was not a drill.
Where is that?
Man.
Where is that sound bite?
This is not a drill.
There we go. Dude,
Stoke, when you were sitting there, were you did you get shivers up your spine when you went, this is not a drill?
I knew it
Moist.
was. Oh, Mike.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
You cannot stop. Oh, Mike Evans. What is wrong with you?
I wouldn't have been the only one. Go ahead, Stoke.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Now I forgot what I was going to say. No, I knew I was in a moment that was going to go down in history right there with Zach Bye's soundbite. I just, you know what, I just thinking about Russ and what happened here over those 2 years, and especially let's say last year with Sean Payton. If he would have got 5 more throws a day in training camp practice, it would have all worked out.
Nice.
And him and Sean would have been buddies, and they would have won 10, 11 games, been in the playoffs last year. He wouldn't have gotten benched. It was because he didn't get enough throws during those training camp practices. That was a downfall of him and Sean.
Mm-hmm.
There it was.
James Marilette's listening to that right now. He's going to reach out for that like a life raft. Oh, yeah, that's good, Stoke. That's good stuff. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to use that. No, Bo talking about the Super Bowl is fine. Go ahead. It doesn't bother me. I think it's great, and I don't think it's an earth-shattering headline.
We don't need to do it every week, right?
Bo Nix thinks the Broncos are going to go to the Super Bowl. That's not what he said.
We don't need to do it every week, though, right? I mean, come on, right? Or you don't care.
What, us?
Bo?
No, Bo. If Bo wants to come out and say, hey, if somebody asks him next week, Bo, what's your goal for the rest of the season? Hey, it's to go win a Super Bowl. All right. I'm not going to hold him to it. Are you?
Well, you hold me to everything I say. But you're not going to hold Bo to it? Give him a free pass?
Well, Bo's a player. He's supposed to say these things. I'm sure you said those things when you were asked as a player. You know, hey, Stoke, what do you think this team's capable of this year? Well, I think we can win the Super Bowl.
Nope.
No. You never would say that?
No, I'm just worried about this week in front of us and getting ready to play the LA Chargers and try to get into the playoffs. We're not even in the playoffs yet.
No, we're not.
We need to worry about the Chargers and not think about the Super Bowl.
Tell Stink what your dream is for this game tomorrow. Your dream, your ultimate dream.
Oh man, Stink! It could go down in history when you look at all the great matchups in sports history. Okay, Ali Frazier. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
we got Brady Manning.
Bird magic,
yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. And the next great rivalry in sports history, Moss McConkey. Can you imagine that? Riley Moss lining up against Lad McConkey. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Who would ever thought?
White on white crime.
That's
right there.
That's like the Wonder Twins. Wonder Twins activate.
Look it up, people.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Look it up. Come on.
Is that the commercial in the 80s?
No,
or is that
look at
it.
You don't know the League of Justice?
No.
Well, that they know.
Meanwhile, it's the Justice League.
Yeah, people know that, but
they do.
But
what people? I don't. Never heard of
anybody
it.
who follows the superhero genre. Cecil Lammy knows the Hall of Justice.
Right. Yeah,
Cecil Lammy does.
Did you guys in the Bayou Swamp?
But we didn't
did
get
you
that
guys
stuff.
have TV?
No.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Right. I mean, I just envision you like Bobby Boucher living back in the swamp.
Exactly.
Eating some snake.
There's no TV. Snake and a little fried rabbit.
By the way, speaking of that, coming up next,